Hey besties, so I should have started this video like 2 to 3 hours ago, but I have been enraptured in Try Guys drama, so I only have an hour to film this video. I definitely need at least 2 hours, so I don't think I'm gonna get through the whole album right now, but we're gonna try to do as much as possible so that I can minimize the amount that I will have to film tonight when I get home from work. But it is finally time for me to listen to 5 Sauce 5. I have literally been putting it off for like 5 days now just because I have not had the time to see it. But that's okay because the Bad Omens music video only came out yesterday. If I had filmed this when this album had come out, then I would not have been able to react to the music video. So, you know, pros and cons. We're gonna just start. You know how this goes. We're gonna start top to bottom. I did film a couple clips to the singles that had been released pre the album dropping because I had seen them in concert and I needed to like know the new songs. So I completely forget which songs those are and I completely forget what I say in those videos, but those clips will be inserted in their appropriate places. We're gonna start with Complete Mess, and I'm pretty sure that that is one of the singles that I reacted to. Yeah, because I have definitely seen this music video. So I'm just gonna insert that clip here. So, apparently, because time marches ever onward, I have a 5 Sauce concert to go to in about 24 hours. And I have not listened to any of their new music because I've been waiting for the album. You know how I am. I like to listen to the whole album in its entirety. I do not like to hear singles beforehand. But considering the fact that they are most certainly going to play these songs, I need to know them. This is my first 5 Sauce concert. I will not be there embarrassing myself by not knowing their music. No, absolutely not. They've released about 4 new songs. I still have not heard 2011. I haven't heard Complete Mess. I haven't heard Take My Hand. Me, Myself, and I also haven't heard that one. So we're gonna watch those 3 right now, and I have to leave for work in like less than an hour. So, and I've been a fan of them since like 2012. So this is a little bit crazy. That is great. I still haven't seen like their whole 10-year reunion special because I have not truly had the time to just sit down and watch it, but incredibly proud of them and how far they've come. I love this song. I know a lot of people were talking about it because it's a Callum and Michael vocal moment, and you know I love a Callum and Michael vocal moment. I talked about this when I talked about their last album, but like I get that like their whole thing is that they're like a rock group, and a rock group has one singer and then everybody else has like their one thing where they're like, I play the guitar, I play the drums, blah 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 blah. But as somebody who grew up with their music and is very intimately aware of their first and early albums in which everybody got to sing, I do miss Michael, Ashton, Callum vocal moments as much as I love Luke and his voice. So being able to see them sing is great. This song is also sad, and I love that. And this song is very obviously reminiscent of like their very early sounds. It's like an homage to that, and I think it's great. I love this song. This song is very nice, very sweet, very cute. I thought it was going to be on the new album, and then the set list came, or the track list came out for it, and it is not. So I just held off watching this for nothing, but it's okay. Very good song. I'm very excited for this 5 Sauce 5 era, but we have more songs to listen to. Very exciting. Let's watch Complete Mess. I do love Luke in makeup. I love how that's part of his aesthetic now. These suits are also gorgeous, beautiful, they're amazing. His voice is so nice. Very nice, very cool. I really like that song. That was lovely. I don't think there's a single 5 Sauce song that I do not like. So keep that in mind. But very good, very beautiful. I feel like I stay very quiet when I watch these music videos just because I'm trying to really pay attention to what they're saying and understand the lyrics of the songs because they are great songwriters and my listening comprehension skills are very bad. And I obviously just love this more developed, mature sound that they have. Because I have grown up with them and I've seen them grow up, I genuinely have been a fan of them since their first EP in 2012. Seeing them 10 years later, just incredibly proud of them. But also, they look older and more mature now. It's like, obviously, because they are older and more mature now, but just like you can see it in their style and their aesthetic. Like what Luke looks like now looks completely different than what Luke looked like in like 2014, and I love them, I'm so proud of them. I also love the Callum mullet moment, even though I do love his curly hair. Love his blonde curly hair. That was a beautiful moment. But we're still gonna enjoy and listen to this song right now because I actually really do like this song. I don't remember what I said in any of those previous clips because it's been months since then, but I really love this song. I'm sure I commented on Callum's vocals when I first saw this because incredible. Let's go, Merkel! I love his voice. Incredible work, incredible song. I think out of the songs that I've already heard from this album, Take My Hand is my favorite. But still incredible. What's the next song? Easy for you to say. Haven't heard this song. Very excited. I like that song. Obviously, I love all 5 songs. 5 Seconds of Summer has yet to release a song that I don't like. I feel like the vibe of this song is just not for me. It's giving very, I Want to Get Better by the Bleachers, I think. Where it's sort of like, kind of like a dance cry song where it's like a sad song, but it's like really like, oons, 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 oons. I think it would be really good live. But I do feel like the last like 2 minutes just sort of like drags on just a tad. You know what I always say, if the song is ready to end, just end the song. And I feel like the chorus just like kept going just a little bit longer than I would have liked it to, but I really like the pre-chorus. I like the melody. Not my favorite of the album so far, but I say that about a lot of songs and then they eventually become my favorite and grow on me. So maybe this just needs some time to stew in my brain. Next song is Bad Omens though. Hello? Oh my god, what the fuck? Did my laptop just die? Oh my god, it did. How? It was literally plugged in. The universe really does not want this video to be filmed. It's really fighting against me today. Okay, anyways, sorry about that. My laptop should not have died. It's literally plugged in. Is that a white person with cornrows? I did watch their like live at Albert Hall, like live stream thing, so I have heard some of these songs, but not like properly. That live stream was rough. But this is a song that I remember really liking. This cinematography, very good. I get the metaphor of the video, like, oh, you're so blinded by all the red flags, you don't see you're driving off a cliff. Yeah, I get it. Is that woman white? No, because I didn't get a good enough look at her face, but it definitely looked like a white woman with cornrows. That is a white woman. That is a white woman. No! Ah. Well, that's upsetting. I don't love that. I guess I don't necessarily know what a cornrow is, but that looks, I don't know. Nah, I'm not gonna say anything. I could be wrong. Maybe I just don't know what cornrows are. Maybe I'm the stupid one and that those are just regular, not cultural appropriation braids. I'm not the authority. I'm not gonna claim one way or the other, but it's looking a little odd to me. I don't love that. Because that is very much a white woman. But the song, let's focus on the song. The song is incredible. The song, the chorus in the background, beautiful. The lyrics, let's go through the lyrics again. I cried in your dark brown eyes for the 1000th time because you love somebody. I died when you left that night for the 1000th time because you love somebody. I tried to stop the door as it was closing. Can't help the way I keep ignoring every omen. The fucking, the bridge though. They go hard on a bridge. 5 Sauce never fucking misses with a bridge. We go round again, we jump back in bed. That's what you do when you love somebody. These bad omens, I look right through them. That's what you do when you love somebody. And then it builds with the chorus. It's so good. This song is so good. This song really fucking eats. I love this song. I can't wait to hear it in concert. Because when they did their live stream, they did it like the arrangements were a little bit different than what they do on the recorded track, so I was very excited to hear this recorded, and it still sounds so beautiful. Incredible song. This one is probably taking top spot at the moment. Ooh, next is Me, Myself, and I already love that song. Let's insert the clip. Okay, Take My Hand has 2 official visualizers. I'm just gonna watch the one with more views. And because it's a visualizer, we will not put it on the screen. Shut my eyes right at 17. Another great song. the close my eyes at 17, open them at 23. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful writing. I feel like this era, from these songs that I've heard, give a way more vibey, chill, indie sort of sound, whereas I feel like Calm and Youngblood had more of like a rock vibe. This is like way more chill, very much closer to like Ashton's solo work. I still have not listened to Luke's solo work. I am so sorry. And maybe this is just the way that they're progressing as artists. I find it very interesting. I do have a preference to their more like punk rock sounds that they've had in previous albums, but obviously not every song is going to have the same vibe of the same album. Perhaps Me, Myself, and I will sound different. Let's listen to it.
Leave it up to me to fuck it up without a good reason.
No, see, that's what I was just saying. I really love that song. That is probably my favorite of the three songs that are going to be on the new album. It has such a good vibe. The lyrics, incredible. They write a lot about like regret and pain on this album, or from these few songs that I've heard, like 2011, Complete Mess, Me, Myself, and I all sort of have like this I'm the problem, and I regret a lot of the things that I've done, and I feel like that's very fitting as this album is like sort of their 10-year album looking back on like their career. That music video was also very cute. I love the different outfits. I love that Callum's aesthetic has evolved into skirts. I think it's iconic, and I think he should wear more of them. That being said, I wish that music video had masking transitions versus just hard cut transitions, like what they did in the You and I One Direction music video, where it's like a smoother transition. Like, I wanted funner camera work, but it was in the transitions in this one were just a little sharp, and I was like, could have been a little bit more smooth. But also, it's their music video. They do what they want. I cannot give any full critiques on the album though, because the album's not out yet. It doesn't come out until September, which is so many months away. So I don't know why they're touring now and putting out an album months later. Because this tour is the Take My Hand tour, which means that it's this album that they're touring, but the album is not out. It won't be out for a couple of months, so I do think that's a little odd. But also, I'm just happy that I get to see them live. And I'm excited to listen to the rest of the album. This clip will likely just be edited into my full album reaction. So back to Sam listening to the rest of the album. I fucking love the song.
I guess I got what I wanted. I never knew what I need. Even up to me to fuck it up without a good reason.
That hurts so good. Oh, I love this song.
I know you wish me well, and that's what makes me wanna die.
Slay. Absolutely incredible song. Love this song so fucking much. It's so good top to bottom. The only critique is that I wish one of the lines at the end where they're going self and was selfish. I just feel like that'd be a little bit spicier. Anyways, Take My Hand, which I already seen as well.
Bleeding sun on the silver screen. Take my hand now and for I treat my mind like an ashtray. I owe you an apology.
What a song. Incredible song. Out of the three singles that I've heard beforehand, I think Me, Myself, and I is my favorite, but Take My Hand is also so fucking good. Also Complete Mess. Just every song on this album kind of slaps. I thought that 2011 was going to be on this album. 2011 honestly might be my favorite single of this era, but it's not on this album, so we're not going to count it. Anyways, to songs that I haven't heard, Carousel. All these songs are so good. That's the song. I like this song. Not as much as Bad Omens, because I'm comparing it to the songs that I already haven't heard and haven't had because these songs haven't had the time to grow on me like the other three singles have. Bad Omens just hits so hard, and I feel like Carousel needs that time, like Easy For You to Say, to grow on me. I like it thematically. It's what the fuck is the song that I'm thinking of? I think it's from their last album. Maybe it's from Youngblood, where it's like the theme of having to be the life of the party, not knowing how to stop. What the fuck is that song? It's not Old Me, is it? Is it? I think it is. Woke up in the morning wearing someone else's clothes. Pictures of and they wondered how long I could keep it up. And I wondered if I'd ever get enough. That song. I feel like Carousel and Old Me thematically very similar, because Old Me touches on the themes of like kind of having to be in the spotlight. Also No Shame. No Shame and Old Me sort of, I feel like, are the or thematic precursors to this song, where those songs were sort of like, I love being the life of the party, the center of attention. This song is like, my life is always just like, it keeps going forward and I can't just like stop and breathe. I always have to be outdoing myself, and I want to just take the time to figure out who I am, try to find the old me. That being said, I feel like melody-wise, it's just not something I really vibe with. I like the vocals, obviously. Luke has beautiful vocals in the chorus and throughout all of the songs, but particularly in the chorus, I really like how he sounds. But I think this song doesn't hit like Bad Omens does, but we shall give it time. Next song, though, is older, and I know that this song features Sierra, or maybe there's a version that doesn't feature Sierra, and this is the version that doesn't feature Sierra, but I know that they just came. It's older featuring Sierra. It's a love song, yes, between Luke and Sierra. Oh, she is. Oh. Her voice is so beautiful. I really like that song. I love Sierra's vocals in it. She sounds beautiful. I love how she harmonizes with Luke. They sound really cute together. My worry is, though, knock on wood, that if, God forbid, they ever break up, this song's gonna be really awkward. Because many couples have created beautiful love songs together and then have, like, not lasted, and it's been really awkward. So I hope that that doesn't happen, because the song's very nice. It's very pretty. It's very old-timey. It sounds very, like, 1930s jazz inspired, where it sounds like one of those, like, older, like, 30s to 50s, like, love songs. It's cute. It's sweet. I really love the lyrics. I love the theme of it, being like, I don't want to grow old if it's not with you. It's very sweet. Is that what I want from this album? No, not necessarily. I want this to be sort of like a big metamorphosis album of being like 5sauce5 is the new era. We did Calm, we did Young Blood, where we were like sad, and now we're showing how we've grown from that. So maybe this is like the logical next step of being like, we've written about these bad relationships that we've had in the past, but now we can write happy, good love songs because we're in a better place. If that's the case, then I'm all for it. I love to see them be well, but also like, I'm a Bad Omens girly. I love songs that are like kind of sad and kind of fucked up. So hearing a nice fun love song, I'm like, I like it. But is that what I am wanting? I don't know. Like, just like, what's that fucking other song that they have on their last album? Best Years. Kind of like Best Years. I don't listen to Best Years. Like, I like the song. It's a good song, but it's like, it's too sweet. I'm never really going for like a sweet, like happy love song. But I appreciate it as, I'm guessing, like the thematic successor to all of like their sad love songs, to be like, we're older now, we've grown up, and now we can write about like happy love songs because we're in good, healthy relationships. And I love that. I love that for Luke and Sierra. Next song, though, is Haze.
When I was giving up, Ventura was a ghost town. The city broke my heart.
I think I like the song more than the last two songs. I really like the change in rhythm in the second verse. The second verse was really fun. I think also because, again, the song is a little bit more sad. It's a little bit more desperate, a little bit more emotional. Where the other ones are just like, I love you. And this one's just like, when you're not here, I am not a human person. I am broken without you. And I'm like, that's the shit that I live for. Very good song, though. I think that the vibe of this song is really showing the whole, like, not genre, but like the musical vibe of the album. Because this song sounding, in my mind, similar to Easy For You To Say, which is very like Bleachers, kind of early Lorde, very 2015 pop. And I love 2015 pop. It's just not, but it's not what I'm like usually going for. So getting that vibe from this album, I think, is what's putting up that wall in my mind of being like, I don't dislike any of these songs. I just think that they need time to grow on me. But next song is You Don't Go to Parties. And you know I love a long title.
It's 5 a.m. coming to my couch, and everyone I ever knew is standing in my house.
Callum? I like that song. I wish that the ending was just like a little bit different. Because, you know, I don't love a repetitive chorus, but I always feel like a repetitive chorus is good if you change it. If you're like, okay, we built the pattern and now we're going to subvert it in order to like drive home a point. But they just kept going. They did the chorus like 3 times, and I'm like, we didn't have to. Like at the end, we didn't have to do it again. We could have just ended the song. Incredible though. You know I love a Callum vocal moment. But also this song just, again, thematically more what I go for. Sort of sad, upsetting love song. The I'm Still Here, the darkness back where we started, you made me a heartless monster. Incredible. Incredible. And like the melody is really fun. I really like the rhythm. I wish that the drums, I don't blame Ashton for this, because I know that Ashton could go hard on the drums. I just wish that the drum part was like a little bit more fun. I feel like it's very steady in this song. And I feel like we could have just done more, a little bit more instrumentally to really push this song up. You know, the standard in my mind will always be more, the concept of it and also the song. So I feel like instrumentally the song could have done a little bit more to like really pump it. I feel like we also could have done like a fun bridge. And this would have been really just perfect. But right now it's still a very, very good song. Next song though is Blender, and I know that this song came out before the album, but I didn't listen to it because I didn't need to and I wanted to save it for this video. The makeup, glittering, beautiful. I love this bass line. This song is so good. Ooh. Again, I'll say it, I've said it before, I'll say it a million fucking times. If a song is meant to end, it should end. That does mean that sometimes the best songs are sub 3 minutes, which is very upsetting, but this was a perfect song. Every single of this song, incredible. They knew what their hits were. And usually I'm a B-side girly. Like, I love a good B-side. I love an underrated track. I love like a bonus track that you could only get on like a physical Japanese edition. I love that shit. Those are usually my favorite songs. But this album, all of their singles, all of their like main title tracks, all of them are incredible. Every single one hits. Let's go over the lyrics. Holy shit. First of all, this is what I was talking about with You Don't Go to Parties, where I wanted it to be like melodically and instrumentally a little bit more fun. Because this song, the rhythm, the melody, the instruments, so fun. So good, so fun. And I wanted some of that in You Don't Go to Parties. Because I feel like that would have really like pumped up the song. But I feel like the instrumentals in that song were just very steady. But this one was just like bouncy. It was so fun. The fact that one of the opening lines of the song is, I die for you. I die for you, I die for you. Incredible. I love to hear it. I need that desperation. I need that passion in the lyrics. It's so good. And then to follow that up with, I tried for you. Oh! Lucas! Mr. Hemmings, my god, that's so good. Nothing left, what a mess. Oh my god, it never ends. Now we're stressed and depressed and we're going round again, and an emotional blender. Incredible. I wish that the second verse was a little bit longer, maybe give like another like stanza just to get it closer to 3 minutes, but if the song is good and done, then the song is good and done. And it's just so good. It's so good. The song is really, really fucking good. And I like how this song has a similar metaphor to Carousel with the going around and around, but they're both like thematically and like melodically, stylistically very different songs. I think that's a fun theme to sort of like bring back in a very different way in the same album. So good. Okay, Caramel's next. Why do we complicate it? Does this not sound like that song? Why do we complicate it? Why do we get so jaded? Anyways. Oh my god, it's this song. Look me in the eyes. So good. I love this song. I thought that this song was easy for you to say. It was not. Oh, incredible song. So fucking good. This song and Bad Omens, I think, are the two standouts of the songs that I haven't heard so far. Maybe also Blender, but Blender is also a single, so I feel like that gets its own like little spot at the top. So good. Oh my god. But it used to be easy. Now you can't even look me in the eye is so good. Oh my god. I think also like the layered vocals in the song are just so beautiful. Very Queen-esque. That's what it reminds me of. It's just so good. So good. It's so vibey too. Like the melody is so fun and it's just such a good song. Oh my god. It's just such like a nice feel-good melody, and then the lyrics are just so like viscerally painful, and I just love that. I love that dichotomy. It's so fun. Those are my favorite types of songs. Okay. I'm trying to keep my blabbering to a minimum so I can get through as many songs as possible. Can you tell? Usually I just ramble on about songs for like 5 minutes and I'm like, we do not have the time. I say what I have to say, then we move right on. Next song is Best Friends, but they also have a song called Best Friend, and I'm curious to see if these two songs relate in any way, shape, or form. Because I really like Best Friend as a song. I know that's kind of flop. Michael! So good. Oh my god, no. Why this song? This is it. Hold on. Let me examine the lyrics really quickly. You know I love a quick song. I love a song full of lyrics, and they made the song full of lyrics and also didn't make it too long. Incredible. Incredible. I love this song because I choose to believe it's about friendship. The song is titled Best Friends. And you could think that this song is not about, is about being, I choose to believe that this song is about them talking to Luke about his relationship with that woman that we don't need to talk about. Because Michael coming in for the second verse is like such, not only a big moment because you know I love a Michael vocal moment, but also the fact that this whole second part of his section that I remember waiting on the calm before the storm back when we were on the other side of 24, and it's time to love somebody who won't try to change your way. It's like he's talking to Luke and being like, bestie, you can have a better relationship than this. And then like Luke being like, yeah, I got the best friends in this place and I'm holding on. It's just like, take me as I am and I will take you as you are. You called me all my shit and my jaw's on the floor. It's just, it very much feels like a song in which he is talking, like it's Luke talking to the other guys and being like, thank you so much for staying with me and being my best friends. And then being like, yeah, dude, we love you. We want to support you and you deserve to be better. And like, everybody makes mistakes, but like, you don't have to keep going back to this crazy woman who's gonna ruin your life. Like, we love you, we want what's best for you. And it's just, not only do I feel like thematically this song's really good, these lyrics, you know I love a song full of lyrics, like I just said, it's so good. And then like, the rhythm of the song, I love this song. I love this song. I love this song. Okay, we're so close. If I only had like 30 more minutes, I could get through this whole album. Next song though is Bleach. We're gonna get through as many as we can. We're back with the spinning metaphor.
I feel you underneath my tongue, next to every word that I should have said.
Callum!
No matter how far that I've run, memories always seem to catch up again. But enough to go.
Michael!
The hurting is all mine when the feeling is inside.
Ooh, what a way to end that song. Not on a chorus, but on a solo line. Oh my god. We're back with the spinning metaphor. I really love the spinning metaphor for this album. Obviously, I don't think that it was planned, but I also think it's very funny that 5 Sauce 5, we all joked, ha ha ha, what's 5 Sauce 5 gonna be? But it's literally 5 Sauce 5, but like, you start with a 5, you end with a 5. I don't think that was planned, but I think that's also very ironic. The fact that it's just the idea of going back to where you started, coming around and around in this album, with Carousel, with Blender, and now with Bleach. Lyrically, is this my favorite song? No. But I get it, and I do love, like I've said, a really sort of sad, upsetting, heartbreaking love song. The bleaching my hair every Saturday, I'm washing it out till I figured out living without you. Oh my god, hurts so bad. I love that there's a Callum and Michael vocal moment in the song. It's so good. I do wish that we had a little bit of a different lyric towards the end, because we have a big chunky chorus and very tiny verses, and I wish it was the other way around. But again, maybe we just gotta give time for the song to grow on me. That being said, I must go now, because I did not give myself enough time to listen to this album. But I will come back once I'm done with work and finish off the last 6 songs of this album. But for you, it will be like no time at all, because I'll just go, did it work? Did it work? It is now nighttime, as you can tell from the lighting change. And I'm back from work and I'm here to finish this fucking album. Let me say though, while I have been away from this album and thinking on the songs that I have heard, Blender and Bad Omens have been the songs that really stick out in my mind. Incredible title tracks, everybody. Red Line.
I reminisce your memory, what did I choose? A sentimental comedy, the joke is on you, it's on me too.
I really like that song. I feel like this is a great start to an unofficial part 2. Just to open the song up with "It's hard to fake when I'm not faded." Luke, Mr. Evans, please. That's so good. Also, "Fall out of love, you lose yourself. Every hour ticking by, I think about you. I reminisce your memory, and what did I choose? A sentimental comedy, the joke is on you, it's on me too." Ah, so good. So good. Ah, very, very good song. I love the melody, love the lyrics. A plus, A plus. Ooh, really, really, really like that one. Okay, Moodswings. A sub 3-minute song, which means that it should be good.
I can tell by the look in your eyes that you don't wanna fight on a Friday night. Living my life looking from the outside. I hope you don't mind that I ruined our time. I can tell by the look in your eyes that you just wanna get on a one-way flight. Cause you don't ever trust this mind of mine. You're watching me lie when I say that I'm fine. I'm falling asleep. I think I need you I know my mood's been swinging all day.
Oh my god, what did I just say? What did I say? I said a sub 3-minute song is gonna fucking hit. This is my B-side, baby. Moodswings is probably my favorite. Perhaps it shot to the top real quick. It opens with a Callum vocal, and then we cap it with a Michael harmony. Already, you have me by the throat. But then the fucking lyrics, everybody. Oh my god. I can tell by the look of your eyes that you just want to get on a one-way flight because you don't ever trust this mind of mine. Yeah, watching me lie when I say that I'm fine. Ugh. Without you, I don't even know myself. And I just want to fucking push you away. I think I need you more than you need me. Incredible. Incredible. Just so good. Just so good. And I know I say if the song's over, just end it, but also when a song's this good, give us a bridge. You could have given us a really good bridge. I would have loved this song to have featured a bridge to get it to 3 minutes. But it's so good. It's so good. The vocals incredible. The lyrics incredible. The instrumental's incredible. This is my B-side, baby. This is my fave. I do have a couple songs left though, so it could get surpassed. We have 4 songs left. Flatline is next. Another fucking incredible song. The second half of this album really goes off. The vibe, the instrumentals, the melody, super fun, super interesting. I love it. Am I not subscribed to the 5 Sauce channel? I am so sorry. You know I love storytelling songs. So a song like this is actually quite incredible. The first verse of being like the pre-relationship, and then the second verse being in the relationship. I love that shit. You should have seen me a year ago. I was someone you don't even know. Dark times kept me all alone. I love big emotion. And then to follow that up with, people say it's hard to change. I've seen the signs and I know it's hard to fake. I say I love you and I don't hesitate and now I want to see you every day. That's love. That's so fucking sweet. The thing is, because again I'm stupid, the chorus, incredible, but the "oh I'm falling for the first time, heart is gonna flatline, now I can't even look at you. You're like staring into sunshine, burning into my mind because I can't even look at you." In my mind, it sounds like a reflective lyric where it's like him talking about the start of the relationship and being like, oh, I was falling in love and it was such like a big bright moment in my life, this relationship, but now I can't even look at you. Yes? I don't know, the song sounds very positive for it to be like reflecting on a bad relationship. I don't know. I like it regardless. It's really good. Flatline's really good. To go from Redline to Moodswings to Flatline, mwah, incredible work, everybody. Next is Emotions.
Talk about it, I don't wanna talk about it. Got too many things on my mind. Think about it, I don't wanna think about it. Maybe that's why I'm always high. You always got 1, 2, 3. Don't mind me, I'm just feeling kinda broken. Kinda broken.
Michael.
Emotions.
Michael, that was so good. That was so fucking good. Oh, that was so good. That song is so good. It's so, like, classic pop punk emo music. And that might be just because of, like, the way that Michael sings. It really reminds me of, like, those classic emo songs. But, like, does this song not just remind you of, like, early 2010s Mayday Parade, Never Shout Never? It's just, like, it's so good. And it's so emo. It's like, it's such an in-your-feelings song, and I love it. Oh my god. And you would think I would be like, oh, this song's kind of really repetitive, I don't like it. But I think the repetition adds to the song. It does something for the song. It really helps drive home the point of the song. I think it's beautiful. I think the instrumentals of, like, the guitar and, like, his vocal, it's just a really good song. It's a really good song. It's really earnest. It's so good. And I love Michael. And I know that some people don't, and those people are wrong and stupid. Next question. Next song, actually, Bloodhound.
He sunk his teeth into the bone. He took your nail and he won't go home. Like he's gonna lose it all. Like he's gonna lose it all.
Fuck it up, Michael. Another fucking incredible song. Oh my god. I love this song lyrically. Melodically, though, and vocally, it is exceptional. I love the beat, I love the rhythm, but I love the song thematically because, oof, what was that other song called? HAZE? Maybe? Maybe it was HAZE. I think it was HAZE. But the song where I was like, thematically it follows old me, where it's sort of being, no, that was CAROUSEL. CAROUSEL, of being wrapped in this life of, like, you're making a bad decision, you go a little too hard with the parties, and it's sort of ruining your life. I'm picking up the vibes all around, I'm dumb enough to drown it out, no, I can't let it go. And then the fucking bridge, because you know that they go hard with a bridge, 5 Sauce always eats up a bridge. We keep dancing when the room's on fire, spend all our money on our dirty desires, we keep dancing when the room's on fire, and I can't let it go. Of just being like, and also, the fucking second verse, he sunk his teeth into the bone, he took an L and he won't go home. Incredible line, like he's gonna lose it all. Incredible, absolutely, just eats. But just the concept of being like, making all of these bad choices and just like doubling down on it and just continuing to go when the room's on fire and there are bloodhounds coming. And you're just gonna ignore all of the red flags, ignore all the bad omens, and just be like, no, we're gonna keep going until you get to a song like Carousel, where you're like, I don't even know who I am anymore. Thematically, it's incredible, but the album's almost over, y'all. We have reached Tears, which is the final song of the album, and it better be a fucking banger to close out this album. Fuck it up, Ashton. Oh my god, what an incredible end to the album. Holy shit. This song is so good. This is okay. I think Tears. Moodswings, very good. Tears, my favorite song on the album. It's so good. Not only is it incredible lyrically, but also vocally and melodically, it's aces, it's 10s across the board. Cause like the vocals, the call and response vocals, the harmonies, it is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Instrumentally, also fucking incredible. In the chorus, Ashton goes so fucking hard on the drums. It sounds incredible. Every time Ashton gets to go hard on the drums, it's a banger. Period. There are no exceptions. But lyrically, again, like pulling on this theme of sort of like being sad and broken and using substances to cope. But this song, whereas the other ones that sort of focus on this theme talk about like living in the moment. Like they're talking about how they feel in the moment of being like, I just need to continue drinking, continue smoking, blah, 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 blah. And I'm just not gonna focus on my problems. This song, similar to Carousel kind of, where it focuses more on the come down, is so good. Oh, it's so good. Let's look at the lyrics, shall we? Sad, but what can I do? Burn the world to start over. Blacking out in my room, wake me up when it's over. I'll feel better when I let myself sink deeper. Like, if I just keep drinking, eventually I'll feel better. Oh, wow, it's so good. Crying eyes, I don't need a reason to get high tonight. I just want to feel alive. And then the fucking chorus. Tears hitting the ground, fears pulling me down. So good. And then the fucking bridge. Yo, the bridge. I was going 50 rounds of uppercuts, I'm bleeding. I swear to God, no one is feeling what I'm feeling. The isolation, the whole reason. Because I don't think they've really touched on this in some of their other songs when they've talked about like the very upsetting and toxic relationships that they have been in, and then they've talked about the ways that they've seemingly coped with all their issues of just being like, let's go out and party and let's not focus on how sad I feel right now. But sort of bringing that together in this bridge of being like, I am so sad and so depressed and nobody understands me, so I'm just gonna keep trying all of these drugs to hopefully numb this feeling that nobody else can understand but me. And obviously that's not true. Obviously other people have felt what you're feeling, and then if you reach out for help, like, you will get support. But oh, it's just so good. Oh, it's so good. More. It's so good. It's such a fucking good song. Incredible. Incredible. I hope I get to see it live. I love it. I love this song. As they've talked about, like, this album coming out, they've talked about how it's very much a reflection of them now, and I can see that. Whereas, like, a lot of songs on, like, Youngblood and Calm were very, like, sad. And there were, like, a couple, like, moments in, Calm, specifically, like, Best Years, that, like, hint towards like a light at the end of the tunnel. I feel like this album is a lot more, we've come out of the darkness, or it's at least a lot brighter now than it was before, where they're able to be a lot more reflective on those past situations instead of being like in it. And I love that for them. I want to make that so clear. I love that for them. I love that they're so happy and healthier and better now, yes, hopefully. And I love the music that is coming out of this era, because let's not get it confused. So many songs on this album, and so many of them are so fucking good. Complete Mess, Bad Omens, Me, Myself, and I, Take My Hand, fucking Blender. Best Friends is really good. Redline, Moodswings, Emotions, Bloodhound, Tears, all of them across, just so many good songs on this album. That being said, I don't feel like I am in my 5sauce5 era, if that makes sense. I feel like if you look at their like most recent albums, their last 3 main albums, it feels like different stages of grief, where I feel like Youngblood is very much a depression album. Youngblood, fully in your feelings, sad, big sad album, and I love it and I love it and I live for it. And I feel like Calm is very angry. We get songs like No Shame. We get songs like Teeth. We get songs like Thin White Lies. And I feel like Calm is a lot more rah rah rah, because it still has a lot of the anger, and I feel like 5sauce5 is sort of like the after the rage, if that makes sense. It sort of feels like they're not that they're no longer angry, but that they're just sort of exhausted now. They've exhausted all of that sadness and all of that anger, and now they're just sort of left with what's left, and that is this. And I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, but I'm saying that I'm not in my 5sauce5 era. I'm very much in my Calm era. I'm very much with all of those big angry emotions. So having an album like this where it's like, they're sort of past that and they're sort of being able to reflect on it. Not that they're not affected by it. You know, we still get big songs like Tears, Emotions, Moodswings, You Don't Go to Parties. We still have a lot of those big emotions. And so I think it's sort of going back to a more Youngblood type of feeling. But whereas Youngblood and Calm still draw a lot on that anger, I don't feel any anger from this album. I don't feel any sort of like malice or rage that I felt in like the previous 2 albums. I just feel a lot of like sadness, a lot of regret, a lot of guilt. And I think that totally makes sense after sort of being like in those like dark times of like anger, lashing out, sort of getting past that, diffusing from that and being like, damn, that was rough, and I kind of feel bad about some of the things that I did and some of the things that I put not only myself but others around me through. It makes sense. I'm just not there yet. So while I do enjoy a lot of these songs, and I will listen to probably all of them, and they will all shuffle through being my favorite at some point, as do all of their albums, I don't feel like I'm at a place in which I can appreciate the breadth of this album, if that makes sense. Like I say in all my videos, I love a good petty vindictive love song. And I feel like they're just not there. They've moved past that. And maybe they'll get back to it. Maybe they'll write about it in a different time in which they're not emotionally steeped in that. But that's very much what I look for in my day-to-day life. And I love that they're no longer having to write that because they have grown and have matured and have gotten healthier relationships in their life. Like, I don't want them to be going through all of that pain. That being said, a lot of the themes and a lot of the feelings I just don't really connect with as much as I do like their other albums, if that makes sense. Like, it's really good, I just don't think it's for me yet. I think soon, maybe in a couple years, I'll be able to listen to this album and really like understand it in a new way. But as of now, I just enjoy it on like a purely musical standpoint. I feel like it's a very, very good album. It's a really long album. Like, this song has, what, 19 tracks? Yeah. Calm only had 13 tracks. I think Youngblood maybe has a couple more, but not a lot. Youngblood only has 16 tracks. Like, this is their longest album. It's very long. And I know that Five Sauce loves to do like a bonus track, which makes me worry that there's going to be like a bonus track somewhere on like a deluxe edition that's gonna like add more to this. And it's gonna be like a 20+ song album. And I love that and I live for that because I always want more content from 5 Seconds of Summer. But I don't want to say that there's too many songs on this album. But I do feel like emotionally there's a lot going on in this album. But maybe that's just indicative of the time. Maybe that's like just like what they are going through right now. I think also maybe because there's a lot more influence from the other members, whereas I feel like in like the last 2 albums it was very much like standard rock band. The 3 guys play the instruments and Luke is singing. But like, we have a whole fucking Michael song on this album. And I think we're getting a lot more like Callum and Michael vocals. Do I wish we got some Ashton as well? Yes, of course I did. Maybe we did and I just didn't really hear it. But maybe that is why we're getting like sort of like a bigger album, because we're having a lot more cooks in the kitchen. And I love that. But I do feel like having this many sort of like title tracks is a lot. Because I feel like Complete Mess had a whole single moment. Me, Myself, and I, Take My Hand. Now Bad Omens. Blender just had its moment like a couple months ago. And I feel like that's a lot of singles. That's a lot of singles. I just feel like this album's a little big. But maybe that's just not my thing. Maybe there are people who are listening to this album and being like, oh my god, I wish this album was bigger. So valid. I just feel like maybe for me it's just a little bit too big of an album. I feel like there's a lot going on. And I wish it was like a little bit more, like it's sort of like this, and I wish it was just like a little bit more like a little bit tighter. But also, like I said, it might be just indicative of the times. Maybe they want to give this sort of like all over the place feeling. All over the place makes it sound like it's messy. It's not. It's just sort of, it's grabbing from a lot of different places. And maybe that's what they wanted to do with this album. I do not know. I did not write it. But I think I've rambled on long enough. Let me know what you thought of the album. Do you think it's too big? Do you think that it should have more songs? You let me know. What's your favorite song? I'm still so emotionally attached to Me, Myself, and I, but that's just because I think it's had a lot of time to like sit with me. It's been out for like a couple months now. But Tears. Out of the new songs, Tears is definitely so fucking good. But you let me know what your favorite is. As per usual though, 5 Sauce 5. Absolutely no bad songs. 5 Seconds of Summer continues to put out nothing but bangers and have yet to put out a song that I don't like. And that's kind of iconic of them. They brought back the fucking breakfast quesadilla.